CTM Sports back at you live today. Just got out of LSAT practice for law school today, so I had to come on and talk regular talk and give my brain a little bit of a break before I go back and study. So we finna get right into it. CTM Sports live. First topic. Getting right into it. LeBron is getting ripped by the media for saying he has nothing left to prove. In your opinion, let me know in the comments. Is he wrong for saying he has nothing left to prove? He's been in the league, seemed like forever. Started when he was 18. Now he was 30 something, 38, something like that, 39, somewhere in there. Son's in the league now, playing with his son, won championships. What else do we really have left to prove? Got the scoring title, even though he's not an aggressive scorer. What else does he have left to prove? I think that he don't have nothing left to prove. I think, like he said, anything he get now is extra credit. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, he's put in a body of work. I mean, everywhere that he went, he won a championship. Whether it was Miami, Cleveland, or LA, won a championship in all places. I know people gonna have different opinions, different angles they're gonna come at him with. And when you're great, that's expected. People gonna try to slice and dice it from different angles in order to make it clickable or make it appealing to people that want to hear those different angles. I get it. But in the totality of things, I think that he has put in a good body of work that he don't have nothing left to prove. That don't mean he's not gonna try to win the championship, but as far as proving himself, and us being regular people, we have to get to that point too. At some point in your life, you have to get to a point where you're doing stuff for you, not to try to prove yourself, but you're doing stuff for you. And if people don't want to, don't understand, or they don't want to validate it, you know what you do? You tell them this. Keep on moving, don't stop now. But let me know what you think.
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Is LeBron right or wrong for saying he has nothing left to prove? Let me know in the comments. Next topic. Quick right here. Cam Newton claims he is better than Eli Manning. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think that Cam Newton is better than Eli Manning? He said that if Eli Manning goes to the Hall of Fame, he should get 2 jackets, Hall of Fame jackets. Now, there are people that are emotional about Cam Newton, and there are people who are objective and realistic. Whatever side you fall on. I'm an objective person. I'm not really going to fall into that emotional trap. Cam Newton was great. I'm not going to say that. He was great. I mean, raw talent and skill attributes. Cam Newton was that player on Madden that was a 97 overall, probably like 96. But the thing that was lacking was the awareness. Probably had like a 86 or something, a 88 awareness, something like that. Eli Manning probably had lower attributes, but he probably had 99 awareness on his attribute. But didn't have throwing power, didn't have throwing strength. Definitely wasn't going to run you over like Cam Newton would. So you have to ask yourself, Would you want a quarterback with 99 awareness, mediocre to average skills, or do you want an above average skills, lower awareness? Wherever you fall on that spectrum, I'm just saying that's Eli had a better team than Cam Newton. You can make that argument as well. When Eli played for New York, he had like one of the best D lines on defense, like best defenses you can have. When they won a championship, one of the best defenses you can have. I mean, Pierre Paul, pass rush, had a good defense, and he had a good core receivers as well. So when you think about this, right? They both went to the Super Bowl, right? Don't sleep on the Patriots defense. They had a really good defense as well. When they played against them, they beat them in that undefeated season. Cam, we don't talk about it. I'm gonna be honest.
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Cam went to the Super Bowl. I think that's the year he may have won an MVP. He was on high. Cam was on high.
Back to life, back to reality.
But when the Super Bowl started, Von Miller, and that's when the Broncos, they went and got DeMarcus Ware from the Cowboys in that 3-4. You got both of those two dudes on the end of that 3-4.
Back to life, back to reality.
He couldn't do anything. He couldn't run. He didn't have enough time to pass. But this is the question that I have for you. Think about. If Cam had the pocket passing awareness, could he have made adjustments in the Super Bowl or in any situation? Like if they blitzing you, a quarterback with high awareness would think, okay, I need to get shorter, quicker passes, intermediate routes, not long routes. Because I'm going to be honest, and I know people probably ain't going to like this. That's fine. I'm with it.
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
If he couldn't run the ball and they was keen on him, could Cam Newton stand up in the pocket and be a pocket passer as a quarterback? Can he throw the route tree? Can he throw an out route? And if you know how to throw an out route, you don't throw it when he open. You have to throw it before he gets open. You know, can he throw a slant? Can he do a seam route, a post route? Can he lead the receiver to the end zone by throwing the ball ahead of the receiver without overthrowing it or underthrowing it? Can he make those kind of passes? Eli, when he was in the Super Bowl, let's be honest.
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Eli made some key passes in that Patriots game. Let's be honest. To Plaxico, the touchdown, I think, to win the game. And then I forgot the other receiver where he threw it and he caught it on his helmet or something like that. He wasn't the greatest passer in the world, but he made timely passes. How many Super Bowls he got, Eli? I know people say you can't just use Super Bowls, but there were a lot of quarterbacks that was on Eli Manning level and had good defense, and they didn't win a Super Bowl. So let me know in the comments who you rolling with. Just looking at both from an objective standpoint. Like I say, Cam definitely had the raw skill and talent. As a matter of fact, Cam was a different kind of dude. But what I will say is, I think Cam is a casualty of a dysfunctional team that didn't get no talent around them. They didn't get the talent. And by the time they started getting some talent, he kind of had took a beating playing for them. But it's gonna be interesting. Then PR plays into it too. We got to be honest. Yeah, he got two championships, 2008 and 2012. Two championships. Now, if he only won one, you could say, "Oh man, he just won one. He was lucky," but he won two, and he played for the Giants whole career. Whole career. Cam, it's gonna be tough because, like I say, Eli was just a solid quarterback. He wasn't a great. He didn't stand out. He was just a solid, and he made plays, and he had a better playoff run as well than Cam Newton did. Cam Newton went to one Super Bowl. Eli went to two, and he won. And I think he won. I want to say MVP and at least one. He may have won MVP in both. But let me know who you got. Who you got in the comments? Do you think Cam Newton is better than Eli Manning overall? I think they both gonna make the Hall of Fame, but like I say, Eli, man, a lot of people gonna be hating on Eli, but man, he handled his business, man. He won two championships. I mean, it ain't like the defense was like the Ravens defense when they won the championship. No, he had to make some plays too. And like I say, Cam Newton was that player on Madden that had like 98 overall, but his awareness stopped him from being like 99 because he had like 80 something awareness or something like that. It wasn't high enough to make him a 99 overall. Eli Manning had the awareness 99, but his attributes probably had like 80, 88 throwing power, probably 92 throwing accuracy or something like that in the beginning of his career because he kind of declined toward the end. But everybody declined towards the end. I think he stayed a little longer because he's trying to get the bag. He's trying to secure the bag. So can't knock him on that. Keep getting them checks. Keep getting that money. I'm telling you. So let me know in the comments, who are you taking, Cam Newton or Eli Manning, if you had to pick one? Let me know in the comments. Keep on moving. So, the Tom Brady era was stressful. According to Baker Mayfield, they said they hired him in. He said they brought him in. They want somebody to bring more fun into the game because it was stressful in the Tom Brady era. And they said, asked Tom Brady this during the game, and Tom Brady said, I didn't know. I thought it'd be more stressful not having a Super Bowl ring. I didn't know it was stressful winning the Super Bowl. But that's kind of looking to that. A winning culture. A winning culture, in my opinion, a winning culture can be stressful because when you're winning at a high level, you got to pay attention to detail. Those little detail things matter. And when people hold you accountable to those little details, a lot of people get offended because you're so used to not doing those little detail things. And guess where he learned it from?
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
He learned that from Bill Belichick. And he just took it with him, what he learned. So when people saying who give most of the credit, Bill Belichick or Tom Brady, I'm going to lean towards Bill Belichick. That's what I'm leaning towards. But winning is stressful. A winning at a high level is stressful because the accountability is high, level of detail is high. I mean, even running your routes as a receiver, whether you're a corner, covering the receiver, all the detail stuff is high. D lineman, detail stuff is high. Offensive lineman, all that stuff, level of detail is high. So it could be stressful, but guess what? You get to the Super Bowl and you win. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. A lot of times you don't hear people complain about it till they losing. But when they win it, nobody's complaining when they win it. Just how that go. Go like that in real life. If you win it, sometimes most people don't complain until it don't go their way. Then they start complaining. But when you win it and you're paying attention to detail and you're honing in on stuff, things change. Attitudes change. Outlooks change. Everybody's winning. Everybody happy. But the minute the ship started to go a different direction, that's when you start getting the complaining, you getting the bickering. You know, why did this person even come here? And you just won a Super Bowl last year. Crazy. But that's how the game go. That's how people switch on you. People are fickle. And they'll switch on you just like that. So, this is my last topic. How does a regular person deal with the dock worker strikes mentally and financially? Though I don't too much care about politics, I think this is something important to think about. I think this is some regular people need to understand. But first thing I'm gonna say is when you live in the hood or inner city, what they want to call it, sometimes stores don't have a lot of stuff in stock anyway. It ain't on the shelf, so this ain't nothing new. If you live in the inner city, this ain't nothing new. A lot of people don't go to Sam's like that. I mean, if you got, to go to Sam's Club and these big places and Costco and stuff like that, man, you got to be making a certain type of money. Because number one, you got to buy a membership just to shop there. It was like $100 a year, something like that. And then you buying everything in bulk, so it's not like buying one. You're buying 5 or 10 or something like that. So when things like this happen, think about when the economy. I remember when I was in 2000, about five. They're talking about the economy changing, jobs that want to give you raises. Matter of fact, they probably was laying people off then. However, you as an individual, you have to think what affects you, what don't affect you. You have to make the adjustments. What am I buying? What am I not buying? Maybe I need to stop doing the extra stuff. Maybe I don't need to go out. I just need to stay at home and cook at home. You have to make the adjustments mentally and financially. Maybe I don't need to drive as much or go here and there if I don't need to go there. Just work, home, and wherever else I need to go. But it needs to be direct. I need a point A and point B, not just joyriding. That costs too much money financially. Mentally, when you go grocery shopping, maybe I need to stick to the things that are essential. And if they don't have it, I need to find another place to go get it if I can't get it all at Walmart. Sometimes you got to go to different places to get your stuff. Sometimes you got to go to that grocery store that's in that little area that everybody don't go to and get tissue from there if you can't get it from Walmart. You have to know how to adapt to whatever situation comes your way. You have to. And if you ask God for the wisdom, maybe He'll give you the wisdom to adapt. But you have to adapt. Whether it's cutting back on some things, whether it's increasing your value in a time like this so you can move up in the income bracket, increase your income. But that's why I really push education in something or a vocation or a trade. Increase your value. Find ways to increase your value so you can move up in the income bracket and you can make those adjustments. Learn how to live below your means. If you can learn how to live below your means, you can adjust to just about anything. But if you're constantly spending, ask yourself this. Can you go a full day without spending money? And if you can't do that, why not? Answer that why. If you fill up your car, put food in your refrigerator, you got money left over. Let's say if you had you did all that, you got $100, just petty cash, I guess, or the next day, can you go a whole day without buying anything? Making your own lunch. You got gas in your car. Can you go a whole day without buying anything? Ask yourself that question. And if you can't do that, why you can't do that? Is it because you're so used to spending money? You got a habit of just getting something? Some people just a habit. I got to get at least a honey bun or something. But can you go a whole day without spending money? You got to make those kind of adjustments in times like these. Elections coming up, all this politics, it's going to get crazy. I'm not telling you who to vote for. I don't even really don't too much even care about that. You have to look at the policies and see what makes sense and vote from a logical standpoint, not from an emotional standpoint. Because I don't endorse anybody. I'm a registered independent. I'm a logical thinker. I think for myself. I don't do what the herd do. I look at what's before me policy-wise, who has the best policy, what makes sense, and then you go with that. Logical, just logic. But when you deal with stuff like this, dock worker strikes, they talking about the stores going to be out, supply chain and all this stuff. Man, sometimes you got to know when to scale back, and you got to know when to stop spending. Only spend what you need to spend. Stay within budget. How many people out there, let me know in the comments, look at your budget? Like you look at all your bills in a spreadsheet. You know how much money you bringing in. And you go through and you itemize and do those things. Or do you just pay the bills as they come? You got to know how to maximize what you have. Know how to make the adjustments to what you have. And you'll come out on top. Even in situations like this where dock workers are striking. You can mentally and physically be prepared to make adjustments as they are needed. So with that being said, let me know in the comments what you think.
Keep on moving, don't stop, love.
I'm about to get ready and sign out this thing. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hitting that subscribe button. Thanks for helping us grow. I think we're like 240, something like that, 250, somewhere in there. But please help us grow. Thanks for watching. This is Mike, and I'm signing out.